Hi, I'm Melanie Florence and this is Miss Melly Flows Vibe Life. This is my YouTube channel for sharing my vibe life stuff, like my tarot reading and other stuff I've got going on. jackstreehouse.com, got some stories, got some photos and stuff. And I make wands, witless wands. So this reading is a little bit different. So I've been brewing a new menu. So I'm calling this the random hot tea. What's behind the door? I think this is about abundance and gratitude. So this is an abundance reading. So that's what I'm going to focus on while we're doing this. We'll see how it goes. So what is behind the door? What's the next steps? What's the next steps in abundance and grace for us? So I picked a few decks, random decks that I like to work with. I'm going to start with the Super Attractor, which is by Gabrielle Bernstein. I'm going to flick us a Super Attractor card. What have we got coming for us? So I guess these are timeless readings, and I've just got a few that I've got in the flow. Oh, we've got two. Oh, we've got a few. I'm going to take two. I'm going to take that one and that one. Okay. When I introduce joy to a situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. So this is about our vibration. This is about what we put out, and this is about, we can take bad news good, all right? And we can take it in the flow. And so we maintain our vibration, and it's the energy that we put out. We can change the frequency of what's happening around us. We can change the frequency of what's happening to us. Okay. Instead of worrying about the future, I know all is well, and when I'm aligned with the moment. All right, so this is about congruence and being in the moment and appreciating the abundance that's in the moment and everything that we've got. So instead of worrying about my future, I know all is well. It is all good all of the time, even when you think it isn't. All right, so I like that. Let's start there. So I've been working with these Earth Magic cards, Stephen D. Farmer. They put out by Hayes, the Hayes company, the Hayes Publishing House. And these are just a little bit of what sort of natural energies we've got surrounding us. All right, so they got the tree, the world tree, our tree, us. In the tarot, that represents us, our roots, our depth, our branches, what grows. All right, let me give me two. Let's go for this abundance reading. Abundance and grace. What have we got? Two energies surrounding us that we can utilize in the world around us. There's one. Oh, summer solstice. Radiance. Bathing in the radiance of the universal light, of the universal whole. Did some weeding. Still got dirt under my nails. Bit of an earthy chick. One more. Okay. So we got there. Tsunami, a wake-up call. So I've got a lot of water and a lot of sunlight there. So a lot of sun and fire energy. That's a lot of water energy. There's a wake-up call coming. Alright, there's a wake-up call coming for us. And what is abundance? And what is it that is important, I think, in all of this? There's a wake-up call for all of us and what's going on this year, in what's a luxury and what's a necessity and what we need in life, and what's wonderful things. I'm just going to shut a door. Give me a second. Sorry. Housemates in the kitchen making dinner. Look, there's this bit of a thing. Don't worry about the future. Know that we've got a bit of a wake-up call this year. You are bathed with the universe and it'll look after you. There's an abundance. Don't worry about the future. Live in your now. Worry about you now. Look after your people now. Look after you now. Right? What your vibration, you can change it. You can change your vibration. I've been doing a lot of vibrational tuning and a lot of vibrational harmonizing. I guess I go to bed with some calming, relaxing stuff on, just audible. So if I can hear it, it keeps me awake. But anyway. Alright, so I got this new deck, Beyond Lemuria. I've been doing a bit of research about Lemuria. Whether it existed or not, I don't know, but this is an idea. This is an ideal of what we could have, this ancient past that we might have. So, this is just a really beautiful deck by Izzy Ivy. And this is Gracious Receptivity. Oh, I drew this the other day with another mate of mine. Gracious Receptivity. What number have we got? 28. Alright, and I've just flown past it. I do this on the regs. I open up pretty close, if not onto it. Alright, I'm going to read it out, because these cards are new to me, and I think it's good to read through what they say. And these are beautiful. So, gracious receptivity. Gratitude, being thankful, receptive without giving, receptivity, giving without exception, giving without expectation. How worthiness and self-love can affect your capacity to receive and give without depletion. Overflow over obligation, thriving over surviving, gifting economies. Alright, if there was a manual for optimum human experience, one of all the most potent points would be gratitude. It is the backbone of all spiritual practice. Whilst writing the things you are grateful for, writing a list of things you are grateful for has been scientifically proven to be have profound positive effects on the mind and the nervous system. When we shift our perspective from what we are lacking and needing and desiring, we temporarily replace our survival factor with a resonance for thriving. When we acknowledge that with the miracle of our existence and how far we have come despite the challenges, it brings back our inner smile. Gratitude can enliven an attitude of I've got this. One of the best tricks for bringing something into your life is to already be thankful for it, as if it has already arrived. Set up this frequency of fulfillment, plenty, rather than an emptiness and need. As we have mentioned before, I'm going to guess we have in this book, like attracts like. But there is another power at play here. As true gratitude is anchored in the heart. Being moved by the sheer awe and appreciation and thankfulness is hugely pivotal to the way others and our environment responds to us. The next step is to give from our hearts without being asked or invited. When we emanate a field of new earth consciousness, giving can free us from expectations. Just by knowing that we can thrive when everything else flows as a system of is a system of gifting. The Burning Man Festival is a blueprint for this. Yes, others may take advantage, but if you drop the fear of this outcome, it is quite likely that this frequency falls away. Holding up a beacon of light, this creates incentive and inspiration for those around you as their cup fills and unlocks space for them and resources in other areas. Thus, giving overflow has a domino effect. This giving overflow has a domino effect from person to person. Receptivity is another critical factor in the art of giving. Those who struggle to feel they have the resources may also have trouble receiving. Some do not feel worthy enough to receive, even from themselves. As mentioned, the heart energy is key to the gratitude of receptivity. Here brings us to self-love and how important it is for feeling full enough so that our overflow doesn't deplete. When you allow yourself to receive those in their heart's joyous overflow and give from a place beyond expectation or obligation, a whole new paradigm receives itself. You will discover a new way of thriving. Giving and receiving is a two-way flow, each space for the other. When we are in our hearts, we have a limitless resources, and that starts with gratitude. Could gifting economies be the seed of a more joyful new paradigm, making the world around you go around? All right, one more, let's go. All right, consider your relationship with gratitude. How comfortable are you with how comfortable you feel with receiving, and what the love you give. Here are themes that the joyous overflow is giving without limitations. How can you add to the lives of others more often, away from the fear that you will get used up without gratitude and reciprocity? There are areas where you can overextend. Are there areas where you can overextend yourself? Can you give
from more areas that you are stronger in, that you have a skill and capacity. Right now you may feel you have little to give. If so, allow yourself to receive more. The gift of the sun is on your face on a winter's day is a compliment from a stranger, or a compliment from a stranger. Allow yourself to drink every drop. After all, it is up to you how deeply you wish to drink in the gift that is shared. Often we only take a sip when there is so much more that we could appreciate, and yet it is beautiful when you give to someone and they light up and receive it fully. Gratitude, self-love and self-worth are interwoven, and the capacity to receive. Together they nourish your soul. Step into your heart space by listening to all you are grateful for, and notice how you start to feel. From this place, your gifting capacity can now spiral upward. Alright, so this is a play it forward card, but it's also about receiving, and it's about being in the moment. What an interesting gracious card. Alright, gracious receptivity. So, there's going to be a tsunami of radiance and the sun's energy, and I'm not going to worry about the future because we're going to receive gratefully. We're going to give gratefully. And this year I've noticed the abundance and the flow. It's like I am not without. I have friends and people around me that are generous, and I try to be generous with my heart and things, and you move and we can work together in partnerships. 2020 was always about partnerships, I guess, and whether they're good or not, that doesn't mean that you have to put up with everything, right? But you can change your vibrational frequency. All right, you're allowed to move on and change your vibrational frequency and stuff, let go, and see that the world is abundant, and see that, you know, that each leaf on the tree that I'm looking outside, it is an abundant thing that we're given. It's an abundant thing we're given. All right, so I'm going to do a Greenwood reading, and I'm going to do a past, present, and future. So I'm going to do 3 cards past, 3 cards present, and 3 cards future, to see what's been going on with our abundance and our grace. All right, so I'm going to do them from the Greenwood, which is my go-to deck. Alright, so past. So you've taken responsibility. You've taken responsibility of your respect, of your faith. These are not burdens. These are the things you choose to carry. And the thing with responsibility is that, you know, if there's a point that you feel that these are somebody else's, you should hand some of them back to them. But this is about taking stock of what you see is your responsibility. And that's an inspired thing. That's not a weighing down of things. It's bringing home the word. Okay, so. Alright, so 3 past, 3 present, 3 future. 3 past. What brought us here? Alright. You know what? I never used to just shuffle through like this. I'm going to use that one, and I'm going to use that one. Alright, so we've got the Queen of Wands and we've got the 9 of Stones. Alright, and so this is building on your faith. This is building on what we've got. Let me see. Let me bring this over to you. Let me bring this over to you. Alright, so we're going to go. Let me even turn it this time. And we'll have a look at it that way. Alright, so we've got the hair. We've got the responsibility. And this is you choosing your faith. This is you choosing a rebirth. This is you choosing to take the power. This is, you know, this is a very feminine, this is a very feminine embodiment of faith and passion, and this passion to take it. And this is relying on your traditions. This is the traditions that have made you as a person. So this is a 9 of Stones. So we come to this place where we've put all our stones in place, and we'll look at our skills and we look at our traditions and what has made us and how we got to where we are. Alright, so that's the past. So the present with our abundance, what's going on? Alright, 1. Ooh, okay. So we're looking for fulfillment. Alright, so we've made decisions. Decisions is the first card before this. This is the 2 of Wands. The 3 of Wands is about fulfillment. So we have the 2 rods of choice just there, but inside of that is the fulfillment of you. And there's the Kundalini snakes. This is the fulfillment of our desires and our passions and our faith and our spirit and what we believe in. And what we can bring to the table. Okay, this is great. So present. Okay. Ooh, we have the seer. All right, so the seer and the hare could be related. These are very exoteric. She is our empress, our high priestess. So this is knowledge. This is the knowing. This is like being in that zone, in that flow, like absorbing that energy and where it's coming to in your life and what it's bringing. So these guys sitting together are great. And this is the fulfillment of your responsibilities. So this is great. We've got a flow going on. Okay. One more of our person. What have we got going on now? What's this brought us to? Alright, so this is, our Queen of Stones. So this is a person that's got herself in order. She's sexy, she's vital, she's in the moment, she's in the now. She's, really taking stock of where she's at, and she's budgeting, she's looking after her children, she's looking after the home, like making sure that all of her stuff is in order. And this is a vital woman who knows her traditions. So I've got faith and seer. So you know how we got here. Okay, so what's bringing into our future? What's coming into the future for our abundance and our grace? What do we get from doing this spiritual quest? These are spiritual cards sitting here, knowing our traditions, knowing who we are on that earthly plane. All right, what have we got? 3 more. All those two together. All right, we have the spark of life. So this is the Ace of Wands. This is Kapow. So we've got 3 faith cards sitting here, and this is all leading us to a spiritual new beginning. Like this is leading us to a new place of faith. So if you've got a passion and something that you want to put yourself behind, this is a great time to do it. This is a spark of light to dive into you, to dive into your spiritual world. And this is telling everybody about it. This is telling everybody. You know who you are. You don't need to hide. There's a lot of talk. There's a lot of banter. I'm going to see that you're going to have a lot of people coming and having a chat with you about what you've got going on. Because you've really put yourself in the zone. Be gracious in receiving and giving. This is a gracious, and so this is a communication card inside of all of that. You're communicating to the world, and it's coming back to you. All right. When I introduce joy to my situation, I change the vibrational frequency of what's happening around me. Introduce joy into here. You'll see it come back. There's a big wake-up call coming. We need to see the sun. Don't worry about the future. I know all is well when I'm aligned and in the moment. All right, so there's going to be a lot of banter. Come on. All right, so one more card. What have we got for this abundance? What's behind the door? What's behind the door? Abundance and grace. What's behind the door? Okay, clearance. All right, so this is a healing card. This card here is really discussing clearing all of your past energies on how you've been giving and receiving. Looking back, and it's time to let go. It's time to let go of the rigidness of all the systems that you may have made making your traditions. You're allowed to change your belief, and you're allowed to express that to the world in a new way. So this is about the spiritual backburning and really looking at what you've got going on, and really lifting it and moving forward and healing yourself from your past. It's up to you if you want to make it, you want to change it. So we can live in this moment. So there's a lot of grace going on here, and it's about the flow and overflow. So when we change our energies, when we decide to be the change that we want to see, we play it forward, and we can hopefully make a move and make a change. I really hope that this resonates with you. So these are a few different readings that I'm putting out on my channel. I really hope you like it. So it's something different. I'll be pushing them into different parts of the month. I hope you're having a great week wherever you are, a great day, and we'll catch you in the flow. Thanks. Bye.